Hey everyone, welcome back to Ask Literature, where we dive deep into the world of English literature. If you're passionate about reading, analyzing texts, or just love a good story, you've come to the right place. Today we're exploring a critical approach that has shaped literary analysis for decades, formalism, also known as new criticism. So grab your favorite book, settle in, and let's get started. Formalism emerged in the early 20th century, gaining prominence particularly in the 1940s and 1950s. At its core, this literary theory emphasizes the text itself, its structure, style, and the literary devices used rather than focusing on external factors like author intention or historical context. Formalists believe that a work of literature should be analyzed independently as an autonomous entity. This approach fundamentally shifts how we interpret literature, pushing us to pay close attention to the language, form, and structure within the text. One of the key tenets of formalism is the idea of close reading. This method involves analyzing the text in detail, examining everything from word choice and imagery to symbolism and rhythm. By concentrating on these elements, readers can uncover deeper meanings and appreciate the artistry of the work. Close reading invites us to engage with the text on a more intimate level, allowing us to discover nuances that might be overlooked in a broader analysis. Let's consider a famous poem such as The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost. A formalist reading would examine the poem's structure, its use of rhyme and meter, and the imagery of the two roads diverging in a yellow wood. We would analyze how the choice of words creates a sense of reflection and uncertainty. What does the yellow wood symbolize? How does the poem's rhyme scheme contribute to its overall mood? By dissecting these elements, we can gain insight into the poem's themes of choice and individuality. Another important aspect of formalism is its rejection of biographical criticism. While it can be tempting to draw connections between an author's life and their work, formalists argue that doing so distracts from the text itself. Instead of asking what was the author thinking when they wrote this, we should focus on the question, what does the text convey on its own? This shift in focus allows for a more objective analysis, as we concentrate on the work rather than the writer. Formalism also highlights the concept of literary devices. These are the tools that writers use to craft their narratives and convey meaning. Devices like metaphors, similaliterations, alliteration, and irony are central to a formalist reading. For instance, in a novel like The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald, a formalist approach would analyze the symbolism of the green light at the end of Daisy's dock. What does it represent? How does Fitzgerald use imagery to convey themes of aspiration and disillusionment? By examining these devices, we can unravel the complexities of the narrative. One of the criticisms of formalism is its perceived neglect of context. Critics argue that literature cannot be fully understood without considering the historical, social, and cultural context in which it was produced. While formalists maintain that a text can stand on its own, it's essential to recognize that context can enrich our understanding. However, formalism serves as a valuable tool for honing our analytical skills and appreciating the intricacies of language. The rise of new criticism, a branch of formalism, further refined these ideas. New critics emphasize the importance of the textual unity, meaning that all parts of a literary work contribute to its overall meaning. They sought to identify the relationship between form and content, believing that the structure of a poem or story should complement its themes. This approach encouraged readers to explore how various elements work together to create a cohesive whole. Formalism and new criticism also paved the way for subsequent literary theories. While they may seem rigid by today's standards, they laid the groundwork for many contemporary approaches. The focus on textual analysis has influenced feminist criticism, post-structuralism, and even reader response theory, demonstrating that the study of literature is always evolving. As we wrap up our discussion on formalism and new criticism, it's clear that this approach has much to offer. By prioritizing close reading and emphasizing the importance of literary devices, we can deepen our appreciation for the craft of writing. So the next time you pick up a book, consider approaching it with a formalist lens. Look for the layers of meaning within the text, and let the language guide you to new insights. If you enjoyed this exploration of formalism, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on literary theories and analysis. I'd love to hear your thoughts on how you approach literature. Do you lean toward formalism or do you prefer other critical theories? Share your insights in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep reading and keep exploring the fascinating world of literature.